everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Keshante Chantel, and today's discussion is going to be I want it to be an open discussion. I have done this before on my channel where we just kind of sit back and we talk about life experiences or even things that we see kind of going on in the media and how our life kind of correlates to something that's very similar. So I kind of wanted to talk about the beautiful Shanquella Robinson and what's kind of been transpiring in the media. And I don't want to dwell on the nature of her death, because if you've been following the story, it is very, very tragic. And I don't want to spend like too much time on it because of course the story is developing and there's so much speculation, there's so much truth, but that's kind of not why I'm here today. I would probably say my topic of discussion is going to be more being mindful of your surroundings, watching the people that you hang with, and just really the ability to not trust everyone and seeing people for who they really are. Because a lot of times you might get into a situation where you're very kind-hearted and very trusting, and you have a lot of people take advantage of you, and you might not necessarily see all the signs. So we'll just be talking about like watching the company that you keep. And I want to open up the discussion if you've had any experiences where you've had fake friends, or it could even be family, because sometimes family could not be trustworthy either. So we're gonna get into that in a little bit, guys. Before we do, I would like for you to comment, subscribe, definitely join my beautiful online family. And also I would like by the end of this discussion for you to leave a comment in the comment section below. It's an open discussion, just if you've had any life experiences that just basically you saw some red flags and you just had to get up out of there. So we're just gonna jump straight into this video. Again, if you are not familiar with the Shanquella Robinson case, this beautiful young lady went on a trip to Mexico with her friends, and her friends returned from Mexico and pretty much said that she had died of alcohol poisoning while she was there, only for her family to feel like something was very, very wrong. And now the case is being investigated. It showed that the young lady had a broken neck, abrasions on her body. I believe her spine was broken as well. And there's so many videos out there. I'm not posting or linking anything related to it because it's very, very tragic. And obviously her friends played a major role in this death, and this young lady deserves justice because she died in the most brutal, horrible way. And it's very, very sad. So if you're not familiar and you want to seek more information about it, again, her name is Shanquella Robinson, and the case is very major right now. So my reasoning for doing this video is definitely because number one, I'm an introverted person and I'm very intuitive, and I think a lot of that has really helped me and molded me to being very aware of my surroundings, being very aware of the intent that people have. I know people are not big into astrology, but of course I am a Scorpio, so I have the ability to pretty much sit back, observe, and read the room, listen to things that people say when they talk to me. And for me, it's all about intent. But I would probably say some of that also stems from my childhood and having childhood friends that, I thought these girls was my ride or die. I thought they were pretty much, we were going to be lifelong friends. It's crazy because, these were the type of friends that, you would thought that we would have had children and our children's would have been best friend, but ultimately it didn't turn out that way. And I really didn't see the signs in the beginning because, of course, I was fresh out of high school. I'd been friends with these girls since middle school, all through high school. And then, around the age of 2021 is when things just kind of took a turn for the worse. And, it was, and I'm not going to say any of their names, but one of the girls, me and her were really, really close because, of course, we shared a lot of similar backgrounds. We went to the same place of worship. And so we were a little bit closer than, we were with the other girls, but we were still in the friend group, and we were close. We were even in a singing group together, which is so crazy. But, so where things started to go bad and where I started to notice things, and I just kind of felt like I had to protect myself and remove myself from situations, is because we used to all go clubbing together and we used to hang out like every damn day. We were always together. And then we had went to a specific club and there was a guy there, and I had never met this guy before, but he was very, very attractive. And I sat at the bar. He was there. He introduced himself to me. So anyway, we exchanged numbers, and I told one of the friends that I was closest to about him, because I went to a totally different high school than him. And so I've never seen him. He was so gorgeous. But one of the girls had found out that I was talking to him. And then, like, for me, I'm big on girl code. Like, so if one of my friends had a crush on a guy and I knew that they liked that guy, I wouldn't go near him. I wouldn't do anything to upset her out of respect. It would be what it is. I would dead him at all costs. But this wasn't the same situation because I didn't know that these girls had a crush on him. I think what it was maybe they had a crush on him before me, and now that, I think what I'm trying to say is they had never mentioned to me anything about this guy. I never heard his name, anything. So when I started talking to him, and then it was kind of like, oh, I liked him first kind of deal, it was just kind of like, okay. I started talking to the guy, and then, some of the girls just started treating me very, very differently, and I didn't understand why. I started getting calls at my job that I worked. I started getting calls at my job, and they would call and ask to speak to me, and only my friends knew where I worked at. Why? Because one, I worked at a Chinese restaurant. Yes, I did. I worked at a Chinese restaurant. And at the time, I was young. A job was a job. I didn't have a car. I didn't have my own apartment. I was living with one of my friends. And, so I didn't have a whole lot going for myself. So this just kind of goes to show you that people can be jealous over anything. Like, the only thing that I had going for myself was being pretty. And, I spent my money on clothing. I spent my money on getting my nails done, hair weaving, going to the club, going out to eat. I wasn't taught, you know, about anything financially. That was never a conversation in my household of like saving your money, anything like that. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I didn't have much going for myself for someone to be jealous of me. So these girls just kind of took it to the extreme over this boy. It was the girls calling up to my job, saying very hurtful things like, I hope you die of AIDS, I'm gonna kill you, all kind of stuff. And I'm just like, over, dude, like, we're supposed to be friends and y'all are upset over a guy that I don't get it. And then one of the girls that I was staying with, of course, she was a friend as well, and we all went to school together. And she was a part of the little circle of friends that we had. Well, obviously, she would take my phone when I was asleep, and she would pretty much call the guy. Like, she would go through, like, my messages, all that, call the guy, because of course I talked to her about him and how much I liked him, but she would call him, text him from my phone, and I guess hold whatever conversation and say that I was a whore, I was this, I was that. Now, if anybody, like, you guys might not know because there's only certain things I'm going to share, but like, I am not like a very sexual type person, so I don't sleep around. As of right now, I have been celibate for 5 years, and it's going on 6. So that was just not my thing. So she would tell him all kind of stuff about me. Like, these girls was really out to just ruin my name. And then one day I remember I had just got off from work, and my friend had came with me. One of the closest friend to me had came with me to the house, and you know, we were sitting in a room and we were talking, and she was just asking me, she was like, so what are you going to do? Like, and at the time my sister had already made like an offer. She was telling me that she was going to move to Charlotte for a little while. So anyway, I was just kind of telling her my plan of what I wanted to do with my life, where I saw myself going. And then I heard, like, as I'm talking to her, like, I hear a bunch of laughing and stuff because I'm in my room with the door shut. And then my door gets kicked open, and it startles me and my friend. We just kind of like, what the hell? So then the girls that was calling my job that we were in the friend group with was all standing there. It was 5 of them. So it was a girl that I live with. 2 of the girls were sisters, and then another one of the girls was, 2 of the girls were sisters, and another one of the girls was, she was one of the main shit starters. And then there was the next door neighbor. So I never ever once interacted with this next door neighbor, like outside of just hi and bye, going in the house, going to work kind of deal. And so all of these girls was standing in the doorway, and they're just basically, yeah, what's up, bitch? Like, I'm just sitting there like, what do y'all want? Like, why do y'all have beef with me over a guy? This is so freaking stupid. If you want the guy, take the guy. Like, I've never ran after a man, and I never will. So it gets to the point where these girls are calling me out my name. One of the girls took her belt off and acted like she was gonna come choke me with it. She even said, I should choke the shit out of you with this belt. I should kill you right now. And then finally, my friend, of course, she stood up and she was just like, you know, y'all need to stop this. Like, because at the time, it was just like, what is all this for? Like, I thought we were all friends. So, then the next door neighbor chimes in and she's like, yeah, I heard you was talking about my sister. And I'm like, who is your sister? Like, I've never even met your sister. So that situation, it's weird because you never know the intentions of people. You think that you might know somebody for a very long time, and you never see the signs of jealousy. People can flip and switch on you at any given time. And I think after that situation, I had become very, very closed off in meeting people, allowing people into my personal space. I'm all about peace. If it don't make me happy, if it doesn't motivate me, I have no time for it. And especially at the age that I am right now, like, listen, if it ain't gonna make me money, and if it ain't gonna put food in my stomach, if it's not gonna motivate me spiritually, mentally, I do not care. And so, you know, I think a lot of young girls have hung out with friends who, you know, they just don't know how to be alone. So, you know, if you find that sometimes you can't celebrate an accomplishment without somebody feeling inferior to you, or without somebody ruining your moment or making it all about them, then that's definitely a red flag, and you might need to reevaluate your circle. If you have a friend group and, you know, you walk into a room with those friends and you feel very uncomfortable, or you feel like people have been talking about you, then you need to stop and ask yourself. And if you know that you haven't done anything wrong, why do you feel that way? Why does their behaviors make you feel unsettled? Because I'm big on energy. Like the friend group that I have right now, I don't ever walk in a room and everybody's having a conversation and I feel like it's about me. Like, one, I don't care, but two, like, I don't keep those kinds of friends anymore. The friends that I have right now, my longest running friend, I am 40 years old. Me and him have been best friends since we were 12 years old. We're still friends. Matter of fact, we just hung out and went to dinner last night. My best friend Monique, which you guys would have saw in my birthday vlog, and these are the people that I'm talking about. Like, the people that you saw in my birthday vlog, those are people that I have known for 15, 20 years. Like, I've known them for a long time, and their intent has always been genuine. So, the purpose of this conversation basically was, if you have ever been in a situation where you questioned a friendship, a relationship, anything, you are constantly seeing the signs, then you might need to stop hanging out with those particular people. Because, you know, like I said, people, I'm big on energy. But there are some people who feed off of energy. Like, there are some people that will only hang out with you for the aesthetic. There's some people who will only hang out with you because they know, let me call so-and-so so we could go to dinner, because they know that you're going to pay for it. There are people who will use you and abuse you. They will constantly take from you and never give you anything in return. And even though those people are, you know, responsible for the hurt and the pain that they cause, make no mistake, if you consistently allow these things and you know the signs, then you are partially responsible as well. So, you know, there are some people who are in situations right now like that young lady Shanquella, and they have ignored all the signs. But I think, you know, if anything that I have said today has resonated with you and made you stop and think, okay, you know, I got a friend that's always beefing to turn around and make up. Like, you need to dead those people, and you need to learn how to perhaps just be lonely sometimes. I enjoy my own company, and I am drama free, and I am happy because I don't have to deal with, you know, that type of negativity around me. And it's funny because like maybe 2 years ago, one of the girls from that friend group that reached out, they had reached out to me on social media, and they asked me, hey, I know years has gone by, but I miss you and I want to get the old gang back together so that we can hang out. And I politely said, I wanted to say a lot of stuff, but I politely said, you know, I appreciate the offer. A lot of time has gone by, but I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I have moved on. After that, it was just kind of like she wanted to know like why. I ultimately ended up having to block her because, one, it was the audacity for me to even think that I would ever, you know, you get into arguments with friends and stuff, but to have someone go to the extreme of threatening bodily harm and then want to turn around and hang out, it's not happening. It's a hell no for me. But again, you know, there might be someone younger, there might be someone older who sees this video, and I hope that the message is very loud and clear for you to be very mindful of the company that you keep, because not everybody deserves to have you in their life. Like, the type of energy and the type of person that I am, I'm a very loyal person, and I know not everybody deserves my loyalty and my kindness. I am not everybody's friend. I am not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm not trying to be everybody's friend, but you know, the people that I am very close to, I hold them dear in my heart, and the ones that I've kept around me, I'm glad that they've done the same. So at the end of the day, hope you guys take something from this video, and you know, I wish everybody peace of mind, mental pieces. There's nothing like it. So yeah, that was the discussion of the day. Again, in the comment section below, guys, if you have been in a situation, whether it's friends or family, and you've noticed some signs of people just being really mean, spiteful, hateful towards you, and you've had to pull away from that person or that situation, if you feel comfortable sharing, then you can drop a message in a comment section below. I want to hear your experiences as well. So I love you guys. I hope you have the most amazing day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the online family. And of course, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.